Hello everyone. So today we'll talk about seal classes. So what is actually seal class? So seal class is basically provides us a bit more functionalities than the enum class. So whatever we can do with the enum classes, we can also do the same thing with the seal classes. And seal class provides some extra more functionalities than the enum class. Okay. So let's just we'll basically make an example out of enum first, and then we will replace that enum with the seal classes, and we will also find out what are the more functionalities that we get when we replace the enum with the seal classes. So let's just start. First, I'm creating a class. Let's just name that as response. It's an enum class, obviously, and success and error. So our enum class has two states, success and error. And we want to create a interface which will basically use as a callback between network calls. Uh, Listener, then I will create a function on complete, and on network complete, what are the state we'll get? We will basically get either the success or the error. Let's just create the repo. We can name it as anything. I'll name that as book repo. And in the book repo, we'll create a function get books from server. Just give it a simple name, get server. And what it will does, it will create a fake network call. Create a fake call. I will get a random result. So the result is equal to random from the kotlin next boolean. So it will either get me true or false random. So I can say if result is equal to true, then we will return something. Okay? If result is true, instead of returning from this function, we wanna uh, use a callback. So we'll use on network call listener. So if the result is success, we use wait, on network call listener dot on network call complete. I that is true, that means success. So I'll say response dot success. And if it is false, I'm gonna say on network call listener the on network call complete. It would be like success. We have response dot error, and we can easily get the result. Book repo dot get book from server, and here it needs the callback. So it's on an offset of network listener. Then we'll implement it. Now we got the response as a enum, so we can get the response and look for that. What are the response we got? So if we just here branches, it provides me uh, result like, sorry, okay, so it's a success result, print 0 or failure sounds good. Result. Now if we run this thing, everything should be okay. So we are creating a fake network call, then we are getting this time a success result. We run that again. This time there's a failure result. Run that again. It's a failure result again. So this can, so this is a very good example of using a enum within a callback. So what if we have to provide a result or success along with the success response? So what you can do, you might thinking, okay, we'll create a structure now like message, or what's it called, maybe result string. Let's just think it's a string type. I'll say result. So basically, if you're thinking of doing so, then you will figure out, let's just think it's a success result, or any book name like Lord of the Rings, and we are forced to use the result in here also, but we don't like that. Whatever, we can ignore them. So this might be possible, but when we are basically making the network call, we won't be able to pass anything right in here. You can see, though we have created a constructor with a single argument, but we are not about to provide anything right in here. So basically, thing is pretty much fixed. So basically, enums are static, or they are fixed or constant. So we will not be able to pass, or we will not be able to store any sort of variable or parameter in here. So what can you do? In the rescue, here comes the sealed. We don't need the result for everyone. What we need to do, for example, that could be a class. In a sealed class, every state, a state can be a class, it can be an object. I hope you know what is an object. An object is a singleton class in Kotlin. Okay, so it can be a class, it can be an object, it can be an sealed interface, as well as it can be a data class, it can be a sealed class. Let me just write it down for you. So in a sealed class, we can get a object like loading. can be an data class like success with data. It can be an class, already I have shown you, but this thing, they are providing the error because we haven't used the response, and that should be constructor. Where true. Okay, so you can't really use there. You should use the variable. So say var or val, or what do you say? Mm, SS. I just think we need to provide exception as well as the zero messages. Use the response strategy. So yeah, there's a data class. A data class must have at least one constructor parameter. So it can be like data or data object. It can be a date too. You know. Yes, so these are the things are possible. And one thing, you don't need to use the comma in here. So these are the object. These are the data class, the classes, as well as we can have a seal class again inside that and sealed interfaces. We can talk about all of them in our next video, but not today. So, okay. So, as our target was, we will pass some messages along with the success response. We can use this, and for the error we can use this too. So inside the success, this time we can provide a message like Lord of the Rings. I am a terrible writer. And the error, for the error you can use a nullable because you have to provide the null. So in that time we can either use exception or not. It's left to us. The messages we might write like network hero. This time these guys will be too happy, but in the enum that was really fine. We have that, but this is not possible. What you have to change is we have to write is for them. That's it. So if we want to show the result along with that, we can just write response dot message. You can see in that case, so the response will be automatically that object. We can use, we'll never find the exception right here. We'll only found the message. But in that case, we can get the response dot exception and message both. So I hope you really understand what is the basic use of a save class, but this is not all. I will create this example a bit more elaborated. I will try to implement a lot of things with this example. Till then, see you. We will talk with you on our next video. Bye.